Here we go. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the United Way with your latest Manchester United news. Lot to get into. Ronaldo staying. Uh, Manchester United want Dest, Garner to Everton, and lots more. Lot to get into, Michael. But before we get into that, how are you?
I'm good. I'm fine. I'm okay. It's a
It's good
pleasure
watch.
being here.
Pleasure having you on. What do you think of our
Yeah,
window so far? Do you reckon it's been good or?
yeah. It's been good actually. Let's be fair. Let's be sincere. It's been good actually. The possible arrival of Anthony. We have Ericsson. We have Casemiro. We have top quality. Let's say world class players in our team. So it's fair enough. Like the window has been good.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, you kind of mentioned there, didn't you, about our signings? I mean, I mean, we probably expected it to be better, but suppose we can't complain, can we? With the signings we have already, we can't complain. But still, Glazers out and all that. But what do you think? Can you see us get a few more signings before the window shuts, or do you reckon that's it? His window is done.
Well, I think Ten Hag said it's likely we don't or we wouldn't get any more incomings.
Yeah,
That was what Ten Hag said. So, but at the same time, he also said that you know there could be a big opportunity. There could be an opportunity in the window in the market, and a big club like Manchester United they could take advantage of such opportunity if it presents itself. So it's very possible, like very likely, um, we could and we could not do any potential deal. And recall, there been this news circulating about Aaron Bissaka, his possible departure and
yeah,
um, our link with Dest, the Barcelona right back. So, it all depends on Bissaka's position. If he finds the exit before the deadline or not. But personally, I don't see you know, any more business. So hopefully, you could wait till next January, the next window, if we have any solid engagement.
yeah. That's it. I mean, it's like Wan-Bissaka. As much as he probably more than likely will stay, I don't think he'd be a Man United player for long. Like I
Yeah,
like Wan, I personally I like Wan-Bissaka. I think he's a good player. His tackling is great. He's good defensively. Attackingly, he's okay. Like he's not the best, but he does the job. Um,
yeah.
but I don't know. Would you? I don't know. Like, can you see him? Can you see Wan-Bissaka going? I mean, supposing he's gonna be. Supposedly, Ten Hag said that he's going to be in the travelling squad tomorrow to the Leicester match. So I don't know what to believe at this stage. I mean, what would you take out of that?
Yeah, like I said, it's a 50-50 thing. Ten Hag came out in the press conference to tell us that, the possibility of Wan-Bissaka staying is very high. But at the same time, Ten Hag said, if an opportunity comes in, to tell you it's a 50-50. If the opportunity comes in for Wan-Bissaka to, leave the club, because there have been reports that said he has been linked with Crystal Palace, West Ham, and some other clubs. Depends on the offer the table or they bring on the table that will now depend on whether he leaves or not. And Dest being on the other hand, there's this speculation that he really wants to come to Old Trafford. So it depends. It depends on if we get a tangible offer for Wan-Bissaka. Then, of course, regardless, provided you know whatever deal or bargain or negotiation, provided it's before 10:59, you know, 11:59. Let's say 12 a.m. On Thursday. So that's what I have to say. It depends. It depends on the offer actually. The offer will depend on whether Wan-Bissaka will leave or not. If Manchester United will be able to, accept whatever offer that is being offered. And before now, I think they said Crystal Palace were offering nothing more or less 10 million
Yeah,
pounds. Yeah, so you never can tell. It depends. Ten Hag is in no rush to allow Wan-Bissaka leave. At least not at this point. Who knows? There could be movement in the January transfer window, but at this point, Ten Hag is happy to, even if Wan-Bissaka stays, Ten Hag is absolutely happy. I don't think he will have any problem, provided he already knows his favorite. His favorite being Diego Dallo, and Wan-Bissaka can just be a backup option.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. That's it. I mean, you kind of mentioned there about Ten Hag saying that that could be the window done, but you can never believe that, can you? You can never believe that. Like well, you can, but you can never like okay that our window's over because we all know transfer deadline day. It could be crazy. We're
Yeah.
getting told that a lot of news now. You could get tomorrow Wan-Bissaka going. You could get, but I think if Manchester United are going to sell Wan-Bissaka, they'd have to sell him today and not tomorrow because you know it'd be too late for the team that wants him to bring him in. But would you like to see him go? Would you prefer to see him go?
Well, this is a rebuild, and let's not forget that this is Ten Hag era, and Manchester United have long suffered enough, you know, on the pitch. With several seasons we have suffered enough. The poor, um, mediocre performances, lackluster performances, and all of that. So, um, if Ten Hag decides to, wanting Wan-Bissaka to leave the club, we're quite all right. And if Wan-Bissaka is to leave, personally, I won't have any problem with that because we all know Ten Hag's style of play, the kind of football he wants to bring in
Yeah,
the Manchester United team, and unfortunately, it's like Wan-Bissaka cannot or may not be able to suit the style of play. It's fast football, attacking football. The wing backs. They have more responsibility or more roles in Ten Hag's his style of play. They get in attacking positions. In fact, the wing backs automatically they become wingers because they work hand in hand with the wide wingers, the wide players. So I don't think Wamsaka is that capable of playing such style. No, don't get me wrong. He's a fantastic player, and every manager have their own style. They have their own system, and unfortunately, it's seeming Wamsaka doesn't suit that style. Recall, we just have we have Anthony, we have Sancho, we have fast, skillful players, and their style of play is very attacking. So having somebody like Wan-Bissaka who obviously he's good at tackles, but the
yeah,
attacking, the progressive play. So how reliable can he be and all of that, and once you lose possession in your attacking your attacking third or in your position box or line. Now, how fast do you recover and get back to ship? So that's a big question that Wan-Bissaka may not be able to bring in into Ten Hag's plan of system. So well, if he leaves, good and fine. But if he stays, I have no problem. He's definitely a good player, in my opinion. But it all depends on the manager's plan and the manager's style and system.
yeah. That's it. That's it. Would you have any? Obviously, we will move on to Ronaldo and James Garner in a minute, but I just want to get on Bissaka out of the way. Would you have any right backs in mind that could suit Ten Hag's system? Like
Well,
supposedly we're interested in Dest, but I don't think Dest is an upgrade to Wan-Bissaka, in my opinion.
um, Dest actually has played with Ten Hag during his time at Ajax. So I think Ten Hag knows this guy, and let's not forget if we look at um, Ten Hag and the kind of players he's being linked with. These are players who, you know, at a point in time they had played with Ten Hag, and it's seeming like they understand his system. So, well, I don't think Dest, I don't think he's a bad option in my opinion. You know, but the most important thing is since he has gotten to Barcelona, he has not really he has not really put in his blueprint. Like he has not really showcased the stuff he's made of and all of that. But he's not really he's not bad. He's not a bad option. And trust me, Ten Hag knows him. He's Ten Hag's most like I said, most people Ten Hag is linked or has been linked with. There are people who have played with him. So attacking wise, he could be, but he may not necessarily be as good as Saka. But for Ten Hag to say, okay, he's cool or he could be cool with him because reports have linked him, and we've never seen any reports where Ten Hag probably refused and disregarded such news concerning Dest. You understand? Just like how we had with some other players like that. But I don't think Dest is a bad. I don't think it's a bad option. And I'm trying to check to see stats to see if what he has achieved over the course of his stay in Barcelona. I think he has last season. I think he played 21 times, and he had about 3 assists, and about 14 yellow cards. Well, it's not really bad. It's not really bad. And as a right back, and 21 games, you can imagine. Who knows? Maybe out of those 21 games, he was not necessarily a starter, like a guaranteed starter. He could come in as a substitute and all of that, but he made um, um, 3 assists, and in the Barcelona team, that was the fifth. Would I say his position was number five? Like of all assists in Barcelona, he was the fifth in the ranking. So, well, obviously, maybe he's looking mediocre and like a player who may not fit in, or it could be maybe Xavi doesn't know how to use him or to bring out the best in him. But Ten Hag definitely knows what to do and the right thing to do.
Yeah, I mean, Rahul says he doesn't rate him. Like, thing is, I suppose I can't really kind of say what I think of this because I've never really watched him play. I mean, did you say? I mean, he played alongside Ten Hag as well. Before, yeah. So I mean, yeah. I mean, I mean, I don't know what I'd like going on. I mean, supposing we want to get him on loan. I'm not sure whether that's true or not. But we have to get. I think we have to get rid of Wan-Bissaka to bring Dest in. But the problem is, Michael, will Wan-Bissaka leave? Is the question. You know, um, I mean, Rahul says he's a defensive right back. Do you really want that? I just want a right back that can attack and defend. That's all I want. Like, if you look at Liverpool, Trent Trent Alexander-Arnold, he can defend and attack. You have Cancelo for City, he can defend and attack. Even look at Kyle Walker for Man City, he can defend and attack as well. I know Cancelo's a left back, but you can also be a right back. Diogo Dalot is good. He's okay attackingly, but defensively, he's getting there, but he's not that. I mean, we do need a defensive right back, but I do think we have to get rid of Wan-Bissaka first. Do I think we will get rid of? Do I think, in my opinion, I don't think we're going to get rid of Wan-Bissaka before the window ends. I think it's too late. I think it's too late to sell Wan-Bissaka if you're going to bring a player in. I mean, if you saw Wan-Bissaka last week, then you could be like, okay, we're going to get a decent right back in there. We're going to get a decent right back. But I don't think it'd be tight. It'd be really, really tight if Manchester United are going to sell Wan-Bissaka and buy Dest in the same in the next day. It's going to be tense. Dest is not the man for that exciting football. Exhibit says, why don't we go for Fabian Ruiz for Cam before for Cam? 266 games, 29 goals, 24 assists. Isn't he not going somewhere else, Fabian Ruiz, to PSG? I think he did. Anyways, I'm not too sure. Yeah, but I mean, obviously, wait for Michael to come back here to move on to talk about James Garner. who looks set to be going to Everton. Yeah, Fabian Ruiz is gone to whatchamacallit, PSG. What's up? Um, yeah, I mean, Michael, they were just talking about Fabian Ruiz here. Exhibit would be interested in him, but he's gone to PSG. So I don't know. Would you have likened Fabian Ruiz before he went to PSG? You're on mute. You're on mute.
Sorry, yeah. I think when you look at, you try to compare Fabian Ruiz and Wan-Bissaka. I think in the making, I think Fabian Ruiz seems more attacking because the criticism on Wan-Bissaka is that uh, he's more defensive. He does have problems going forward and supporting his wingers and all of that. But Fabian Ruiz, a fantastic Spanish right back, I think last season, he made about 32, he played about 32 matches, and I think he scored 7 whooping goals, and he made 4 outstanding assists. So that's to tell you how fantastic he is. You know, was was he? I think he was a Real Betis. Was he
Who?
Real Betis? Fabian Ruiz. What
I think
club?
it
Before,
was
before he got,
Napoli.
was he Napoli?
Before he went to PSG.
Yes.
Napoli, yeah. I think it was,
Was he
anyways.
Napoli?
Yeah. Whoever's watching, let us know in the comments which team he played for. Uh,
Okay, yeah, but I think I can remember, like, last season he played 32 matches, and he scored 7 goals and he made about 4 assists, which is outstanding, You know, if you keep going checking his record, like previous seasons, you see that he made contributions and all of that. So the thing is, Ruiz and Wan-Bissaka, there's a huge difference. This is a this is a
yeah.
transition in football. This is a change in football. Like, the philosophy of football is attacking. Nobody wants to go defensive and all of that. So that attacking attributes, like, it's like Wan-Bissaka doesn't really have that style. He's good, no doubt. He's good. Every coach have their own philosophy and all of that, but it depends on it depends on the coach, and it depends on the system, it depends on the style. So for a player who has 7 goals and 4 assists in 32 appearances as a right back, trust me, you can imagine in subsequent times, like, the kind of return such player is going to have. So Ruiz is a decent option. I think it's not about getting the right players, and getting a player who will be able to push the other player, creating a healthy atmosphere, a healthy competition, and all of that. Like we saw in Malaysia and Luke Shaw, or let's say Alex Telles last season, and Luke Shaw. But unfortunately, I don't know what just happened. Telles and sure, I don't know what happened between both of them, but the most important thing is getting the right players in, and getting a player on a long term who is going to bring out the best in these players. And I see Ruiz would have been that player who would have pushed Dalo, and maybe pushed himself to become the best, become players like in the City team. If there's no Kai Walker, you have different players to fall back on. If there's no Diaz, you have there are a couple of players in that City defense who we know can replace anyone at any time.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. I mean, we're just going to read through comments there. Rahil says, go for Memphis to Poi. Well, God knows what'll happen with that. Exhibit says about Fabian Reyes, he is calm, with possessive midfield style. What do you say? Left-footed central midfielder, known for his vision, passing, ball control, and dribbling skills, as well as his tactical versatility, and he can also play defensive midfielder as a defensive midfielder or an attacker one as well. Um, so I mean, he wouldn't. I mean, he would have been a. He would. It's not a bad show, is it? Um, if we would have gotten Fabian Ruiz, but PSG snatched them up, and well, I mean, we did get Casemiro, so we can't complain, but he would have been a decent backup DM. But is he a man that wants first team football? You don't know. Um, I mean, speaking of defensive midfielders, supposedly, this came from Roy Whitwell. Everton are closing in on the signing of James Garner. The fee could rise to £15 million, including add-ons. They're hopeful of finalising the deal before the deadline, says Roy Whitwell. Now, Michael, don't know about you, but I think getting rid of James Garner on a permanent deal is a mistake. I really, really do. I don't know what you think of getting rid of James Garner, but after watching James Garner play last season, I don't know why we're getting rid of him. But what do you think? Do you reckon getting rid of him was a good idea or a bad one?
Um, well, James Garner, before last season, he has been an unknown, and he has been, I think, in our under 23 squad and all of that. But considering the fact that you know we're looking at Manchester United, and we're looking at progression, we're looking at players who can give us impact, but let's say instant impact. And you're looking at the first team that we have, the kind of players we have in our first team. I think, well, to be fair, I don't think in maybe in 1, 2, 3 seasons, maybe Ghana will be able to fit in into the squad just like that because you know there's the McTominay, there's the we have Fred. Even if we fans don't really like both pairing in the midfield, and there's the Bruno, there's the Ericsson, and all of that. So it will be very difficult for him to break in into the first team. But I think a loan would have been better, like loaning him out would have been better. But it all boils down to the player, what he wants. Absolutely, it was fantastic last season, against Nottingham Forest, but I think he played about 68, 69 games for them, and he scored 8 goals and he had about 10 assists. This is a prospect. This is a huge prospect, but it is unfortunate actually that Manchester United decided to sell him for about I think 15 million to 20 million, which he's a huge prospect. And it all depends on what the player wants. Who knows? Maybe he decided to go on a permanent deal because you look at the likes of Ghana, you look at the likes of Garnacho, you look at this young prospect, Iqbal and Savage and the like. These are the future. Ghana is a huge prospect, but at the same time, nobody knows better than the manager and all of that. So, for Ten Hag to decide to approve the possible departure of James Garner, well, I think we should at least trust Ten Hag, trust his process and all of that. And mind you, there could be the possible incoming of Frankie de Jong, which, trust me, it will be very difficult for James Garner, and it will be very, very, will I say, um, you know, it will be very, very difficult for him staying on the bench and with a player with massive potential. I think it's best. In as much as we may not like him being so permanently, but I think for him, for his own personal development and for his own, possibility of becoming a good player that he is, I think it's best Manchester United sells him because trust me, we are still going to see a lot of improvement, a lot of activity in um, the windows to come, probably in January transfer window, maybe summer, because Manchester United have gone beyond, waiting for prospects to develop, at least in quotes, because now we are years apart, from winning trophies and all of that. So I don't think Ghana is that instant impact kind of player. I don't think so. He's not an instant impact kind of player, unlike when you look at the likes of Frankie, Casemiro, these guys who Ten Hag are linked with, because he knows Manchester United is a massive club that have been denied trophies over the years. So winning, getting these trophies, we are looking at. We definitely cannot look at Ghana, being very pivotal in our midfield. No. So for his own development, for his progression, I think it's best he leaves the club, even if in as much he may or it may come to haunt us later on in the future. But for his own personal development, I think it's best he leaves. He leaves.
Because you reckon he'd be just a wasted talent at Man United?
Yeah? Yes, I would say that because if Ten Hag happened to have been, the Manchester United manager all along before now, who knows? Ghana would have stayed, but unfortunately, it's a waste of talent. It's a waste of talent. We saw what happened to Jesse Lingard. Um, was it last season or last 2 seasons where he was fantastic, absolutely fantastic when he went to West Ham. He was banging goals, banging assists. Even when he played with us during the early part of the Champions League and in the Premier League, we saw impact. We saw what Jesse Lingard could do. But unfortunately, mismanagement and you know, the, a toxic dressing room and all of those factors that were detrimental to player development and to our progression. All those things were setbacks. So it's actually a waste of talent, actually. So, and I think it's the best decision for James to decide to leave the club, at least to progress as a player. Yeah.
I mean, I have that feeling, right? He'll go to, I don't know, a Leicester or Southampton or Everton because they're three main clubs, so I think are interested in him. I'm, I just have that feeling that he is going to honestly be not a top class player, but he's going to have a great career, and we will look back at Manchester United and be like, we just let this player go, and we could have kept him, and he could have improved us in the midfield a lot, and we just let him go. I think, as you said, like I don't think James Garner. He's not like he wouldn't burst onto the scene and do well. But thing is, I like about him, he can hold the ball. He's calm, control the midfield. I'd prefer him to go out on loan. I'd like a loan deal, yes. Permanent deal, no. That's what I'd prefer. If it's a year loan or a 2 year loan, I just prefer him to go on loan, not to sell him.
I'm sorry,
Because
Dean.
he's
I'll be right back. Like I have to attend to something now. I'll be right back.
all right, cool. Yeah, so we'll wait for Michael to come back. But we'll talk about James Garner until then. So I just think getting rid of James Garner would be a permanent deal. It'd be a big mistake. I really do, because like last year when I was watching him play for Nottingham Forest, I was like, I can't wait to get him back. I was literally like, I cannot wait to get him back because he was playing so well for Nottingham Forest, and still we're just letting him go like it's nothing. £15 million is nothing as well, and we're basically just thrown. We're basically just like, oh, he's good, but why we keep him? Let him go on loan. But still, we're keeping Scott McTominay, who is shit. Let's be real here. He is shit. But still, we have James Garner, who was top class for Nottingham Forest last season. So it makes no sense. But whoever's decision it was to put James Garner for sale, I mean, I'm not sure whether you'll regret it, but he'll just come back and haunt us like it's nothing, because it's basically it's what he can do. He's like, I'm gonna keep saying it. He got the goal in the champion in the playoff cup final against Sheffield United, and this is the reason why Nottingham Forest are in the Premier. He's the reason why Nottingham Forest in the Premier League, because of that goal. And we're just selling him like, it's nothing. But still, when you have the likes of McTominay, who's not doing well, sell McTominay. You have a lot of players there that are shit and basically will never play well for us. Sell them. Not don't sell Garner. Don't don't sell the players that want to play for us. Like James Garner probably wants to play for us, and why not? Like Man United is a big club, and he probably thought to himself last season, when he played, when he had the loan, Nottingham Forest, and he played well. He said probably thought to himself, I have a good chance of playing for Manchester United. No, we didn't even get to see him play that much in pre-season, which was a bit of a shame. I would have liked to see what James Garner, could do in pre-season, but we didn't get to. I think we only got to see him for one game. I think that was the last pre-season game at Old Trafford. So I don't know why. We have, because the exhibit says we have lots of midfielders: Casemiro, Ericsson, Bruno, Fred, McTominay, Iqbal, Savage, Garner. Well, take Garner out of that one. You take Garner out because he's probably going to go, which is a bit of a shame. McTominay, I'd sell McTominay. I mean, Zidane, Iqbal, and Charlie Savage did so well. Had such a great preseason. You'd swear they were playing, for Manchester. Like you'd swear they were a certain starter for Manchester United. They were so good in preseason. I mean, we had a better preseason than Scott McTominay, and that's saying something. Like McTominay, yeah, 9 there if you include Donny. Well, Donny van de Beek, he's not even getting that much game time anymore. I don't think the Premier League is for Van de Beek. I don't think so. I mean, when Ten Hag got the job, we all were getting told that Van de Beek's going to get more game time. Well, obviously he hasn't, but that's what we all got told. And I mean, yeah, it really, really makes no sense. Koshi says, can we still manage to buy De Jong? We can, but I don't think so. I don't think we'll get him. I think getting De Jong now would be, well, it'd be big, but I don't think so. I don't think we'll get De Jong anytime in the next few days. Make sure to subscribe as well. Get us to 500 subs. It'd be much, much appreciated. This is why we do all these new shows, because of you. So yeah. But yeah, I mean, even speaking of De Jong, we could have got him. I don't think he wanted to come. I think he kind of said it in a nice way that he doesn't want to come to us. Does it have anything to do with us having Champions League football? I don't know. You think he would have. It was Ten Hag relationship there. With Casemiro coming, Donny will not be given game time. Ten Hag wants to try recreate Casfred Brazil duo. Casfred, I've never heard of that. I think you're the first person to ever use that exhibit. So yeah, I think you're the only person to use that. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think getting rid of Garner will be a big mistake. I mean, personally, the players I'd get rid of now is McTominay, Harry Maguire, Wan-Bissaka, Luke Shaw. I don't know what's going on with Luke Shaw these days. He's not doing the best. Who else would I sell? I think Chong is going to. Is it Birmingham? Chong is leaving us anyways. I think I seen something yesterday that he might be leaving us. I'd sell Van de Beek. I'd sell Donny Van de Beek. I don't think. I think it's a waste of a player. I really think Van de Beek's a waste of a player. Lindelof's good, but I don't think he'd be not a player for long. Is he better than Harry Maguire? Well, I think anyone's better than Harry Maguire. I'd sell Phil Jones. That's it's the basic, isn't it? Sell Phil Jones. Sell Wan-Bissaka and Shaw. Develop Brandon Williams and Malassi. I don't think we'll sell Luke Shaw. As much as people might like Luke Shaw to be sold, I don't think so. Luke Shaw is good. Look what he did for England in the Euros there last year. So well. That the thing that pisses me off is he played so well for England. Us United fans who were probably watching the Euros last year were like, Harry Maguire and Luke Shaw are playing so well. I can't wait for these to come back. These are going to play so well when they come back. Luke Shaw came back. Crap. Harry Maguire came back. Well, typical. Luke Shaw just hasn't had a good game since the Euros final against Italy. I mean, it's not like you can tell it and knock the confidence out because nearly most of the English players that are playing now are playing so well. Harry Kane, that speaks for itself. Declan Rice, Calvin Phillips. Like, don't say it's a loss of confidence or it's a hangover from the Euros because it doesn't take it that long. Luke Shaw passes prime, says Exhibit. I mean, how old is he? How old is Luke Shaw? Like, Luke Shaw is good. Like, I think he had a good season when the Euros came along, and Tellez barely got game time. Tellez, well, it's not that Tellez didn't get game time. Luke Shaw was just playing so good. I don't know what happened to Luke Shaw after the Euros. After the Euros, Luke Shaw came back, and he was rubbish to say the least. My exhibit says, in my opinion, sell Maguire and keep Lindelof. You have to height and a body for a stopper. Well, I like Lindelof. But to be typical, it's sell, buy Lindelof, and keep Harry Maguire. So that's what pisses me off. That's just it's just typical. We'd sell every other player in the world at Man United, and we'd still have to keep Harry Maguire, which is rubbish. But it's United at the end of the day. There's nothing we can do about it, unfortunately. But yeah, I just want to move on now. Talk about Cristiano Ronaldo. This is from the Athletic UK, who literally are so obsessed with Ronaldo. I don't know what's up with them. But anyways, they said the increase in expectation. It's Cristiano Ronaldo will now be forced to accept the season in the Europa League, and Summer Carrington have detected a positive change in in Ronaldo's attitude in recent days. So yeah, Ronaldo looks set to stay for an extra year. But listen, I'm not going to sit back and say, "Oh, Ronaldo's saying lovely." Let's sit back, nothing to worry about. There's if you think you have today and tomorrow, anything can happen between today and tomorrow. Anything can happen. We can have a lot of players gone between now and then. Ronaldo, trust me, anything can happen. Anything can happen. It could happen late tomorrow night. It could be, we could be all sitting here watching the match. And one thing though, if Ronaldo is not in I'm going to say it, and I'm not sure whether I'm going to be right or not, or it's just Ronaldo. If Ronaldo was not in the travelling squad to face Leicester tomorrow, he's no longer going to play for us again. That's it. And I think I think that'll just speak for itself. But if Ronaldo doesn't travel with the squad, he's not. He's gone. He's gone. He's gone. But if he is at the game tomorrow night, well, he's not going anywhere. He's not going anywhere. Exhibit says, why does the board protect Maguire? Good question. I don't know why. Maybe because he's the England captain. Never. Jeez, not even England want to give him the captain's armband. Just because he's English and he's the captain, and we spent 80 million on him. Like, don't even talk to me about that. Exhibit also says Ronaldo will be good again. Antony is a winger with speed and good passing skill. Last season, our wingers can't even make any good passes to Ronaldo. Mostly Donny and Bruno with the good pass to Ronaldo. Yeah, Donny has good passes, in fairness though. That's one thing I like about him. And Bruno's passing is another level. Let's hope he's on a good bit of form now. Which I'm hoping Ronaldo will be good again. But that's just what I'm saying. If Ronaldo isn't at the match tomorrow, he's gone basically, and then if he is, he's staying. It's not rocket science, you know what I mean? Don't put me saying it. I hope he stays. I hope he stays as much as he probably wanted to leave and forced him to leave. I want him to stay because we need it. We haven't signed a striker. We should have signed a striker even if Ronaldo was staying or leaves. We should have signed a striker either ways. We didn't. And this is why we're begging, fingers crossed, praying that Ronaldo stays, because it'd be just a kick in the teeth that Ronaldo leaves in the next few hours or so. It'll literally be a pain selling Ronaldo with a few hours to go off the window. It'd be too late for us to move to look for someone else. You as much as people would hate to listen, you would have to go for someone like Arnautovic, because it's the only player that I fancy coming to us in the last few hours. It's the only deal we could get done. You're not going to sign a top quality striker. If Ronaldo leaves, a few hours to go, or who owes him? Who are we going to go for? No, you'd have to go for someone that's nearly coming into the retirement age. So our problem until now is still the wingers. Even Sancho had a hard time based from our four matches, says Exhibit. Yeah, I mean, thing is, we spent a lot of money on Sancho as well, and the media just love to talk about overpriced players that have a few bad games. Yeah, Exhibit also says Ronaldo go, Martial injury prone, Rashford Alanga inconsistent. What a jam if that happens. I think I'm not sure what I'd say there, but yeah, I don't think Ronaldo will go. A lot of people probably would prefer him to go, but I don't think he'll go. Martial, you can't trust Martial. That's why I still think we need a striker. If we still need a striker, it doesn't matter who stays or who goes or who's injury prone or who's not injury prone. We still need another striker, and we haven't got another striker. And this is why we're still in a shitty situation up top. And yeah, like it is like it's weird because like we're still here and we're still looking at the same two strikers. Like Martial he's having a good decent patch, but he was back. He was injured for the first two games. He was back for Liverpool. Then he was straight back. We all thought Martial's back, decent second half against Liverpool, lovely. Then you get him for the game last week. That's it. He's going to be out for the Southampton game, and we had to play Rashford up top. And the reason why we did is because Ronaldo's all over the place. I do think we will start to see more of Ronaldo if he stays, because the window will be over. There'll be nothing to worry about. There'll be nothing to worry about. Is there a preview tonight? Yeah, Leo, there is a preview tonight. I'm not sure what time. Probably around 7 or 8 o'clock. So yeah, we'll see there. Let us know if you're coming on as well. But yeah, like it is crazy. Look what we have before Solskjaer, Nistelrooy, Van Persie, Rooney, Tevez, Berbatov, and now this shit. Rashford probably passes prime, even his age still kind of young. I don't know what's wrong with Rashford either, to be fair. He has his good moments. He had a decent game against Liverpool. I don't know what is up with even Rashford these days. But yeah, I can't see where you're coming from. Like, look at the players we had. Look what we had before. We had Solskjaer, Van Nistelrooy, Rooney, Van Persie, Carlos Tevez, Berbatov. Then you had like Andy Cole. We literally had Dwight York. My God, the list goes on and on and on with the top quality strikers we had back then. Like Ronaldo's top quality. He's probably our only top quality striker. Like, imagine back then trying to predict a starting 11. You literally think the Solskjaer, Nistelrooy, Rooney, Berbert. That's squad depth. I'm not sure they were all at the club at the same time. If they were, well then Jesus Christ. But most of them were, and yeah, like I don't know. It is like crazy with what's happening with ours. Like our squad depth. Like we have a lot of wingers now. We have Rashford, Sancho, Alanga, Garnacho, Antony, Alanga. We have a lot. We have a lot of players. I have to know. Yeah, so we have Antony Alanga. We have Antony from Ajax, Jadon Sancho, Marcus Rashford, Garnacho, and yeah, it's not bad wingers when you think of it. Like, you're either going to go with Sancho, Ronaldo, the Brazilian Antony, or you're either going to go for Rashford, Ronaldo, Brazilian Antony. So yeah, you're not going to play Rashford striker for a whole bloody season. Like, he's not a striker. He's a left winger or a right winger. Nothing more than that. But yeah, we have a lot now, but inconsistent. Even Ronaldo's still inconsistent and still can't find his game. Well, I hope with the likes of Antony coming in and he has Casemiro, and we're starting to find a bit of form again. I'm hoping Ronaldo can do something for us. I'm hoping. I'm just hoping that Ronaldo can start to find his form. You know what I mean? He has Antony. Ronaldo just needs to service, and he didn't get it last year. And yeah, this is what we're still thinking to ourselves: why is this? Why is that? Why do we not have the squad depth? We're not going to sign a striker. If we do sign one, I hope we get Memphis Depay. I hope we get Memphis Depay. I wouldn't prefer him, but if we're lacking strikers, Memphis Depay is who we should go for. I actually didn't see our FIFA rates. No, I didn't even know they were out, to be honest. I just heard that there was meant to be a leak, but I didn't see it. The new FIFA's not out yet, is it? Not tell me new FIFA's out yet. I don't do that to me. But yeah, I mean, it is crazy to think that like we have like defenders were doing fine, left backs, right backs, 2 each. Midfield we have a lot. Wingers, yeah. Strikers, Martial and Ronaldo. That 2 strikers, and I can't unless Ronaldo comes back for the game tomorrow or the game on Sunday, and he plays well. You can't trust either at this stage. You just can't. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to think. FIFA 23 preview is now available. I don't even know. Ronaldo 90, De Gea 80. Ronaldo got 90. Supposedly he was meant to get the lowest rating he's ever got in his life. Ronaldo 90, De Gea 87. De Gea 87, whoa. Casemiro 89 and others 81 and down low. Bruno got less than 81. And Varane, obviously the likes like our new signings got high rates, like Antony and Lisandro Martinez. I'm mad to see it, you'd expect him to be, I don't know, late 79, 80, 81, I don't know. That could change. I don't know. This is FIFA for you. Bruno got 86. Oh, that's alright. FIFA did Ronaldo Doherty. He got 81 pace slow. But he's not young anymore. Let's be real here. And Rashford 81. Yeah, Leo says Bruno got 86. Yeah. Martinez 81. Martinez 81. Antony 80. I don't know. I mean, Malacia fair enough because he's still young, but I don't know. That could change. Hold on a sec. I'm gonna have. Where's the FIFA preview available? Just let me know where the FIFA 23 preview is available so I can check this shit out. But yeah, we'll end it here. We'll be live for the preview later on tonight. We'll let you know what time. Check our Twitter and Instagram out for that. We'll let you know there. Watch along tomorrow as well. Don't forget about that one. Make sure to follow our socials, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, Facebook, and also subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. We want to get the 500 subs as soon as we can, because the more subs, the more content and the better. And yeah, even with the window coming to an end, we'll hopefully still have a lot to do. But yeah, let me know where this FIFA 23 preview is available. Was it available on... Well, I thought it was available on console. Oh, fair enough. But yeah, everyone, thanks for watching the video. Like, comment, hit that subscribe button, and we'll talk to you later on. Have a good one.